Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. I just got a haircut and shaved way too much, which is a little bit of an accident, so I'm unrecognizable, but I want to do a quick video talking about how you should build your base. This is something that all beginners have to pay attention to because it's going to really elevate your game, and you don't even realize you've been doing this wrong your entire life, basically. No one talks about this. No one ever mentions this on streams and whatnot. So I'm going to just go ahead and mark a poll here. I'm going to run a few examples on how you want to build your base. Really important to know this. All the pros do it, but the beginners don't really know about it. And I do a lot of coaching from 1,000 to 1,400 elo, even a bit less than 1,000, like 800 elo, and nobody does this properly. So what you want to do is in Dark Age, as you're scouting, right? I'm not going to showcase it right now. I could do another game where I'm going to showcase it in a real scenario. But for now, let's talk about the theory. So in Dark Age, as you scout your map, you have to plan out where you want to wall. So number one, we need to know where we wall. All our buildings need to be in that wall area, or as much as we can. And we also need to be able to make our military production buildings towards the front and keep our economy buildings safe and our main resources safe. Now, where to wall is really important, but let's start by first imagining how it looks. We start with two houses, right? Then we need a lumber camp. So obviously I'm going to do the scouting. A lumber camp, you have three choices. Let's just say we pick this one. It's not all visible. It's like Marco Polo, so I have to go walk there. So let's say I go choose that lumber camp. Then at some point we're gonna need berries. Just do this real quick. At some point we need berries. So what I'm gonna do is when I send my berry bill. So first of all, I get my woodline here. All right. And I send my villager to go get berries. I'm gonna make a house in the wall. Why? Because as I'm scouting, I'm imagining I wall down here. I wall here, and then I wall over here and here. That's it. Done. Now this area is towards the front of my opponent, so that's going to be my production building. I make the house here near the berries because this guy has to walk only a short amount of distance to make the mill. And then my palisade walls would come down like this. And I should definitely do this on all visible just to make it easier. And I'm not going to wall with the gold like this. I'm going to wall in front of the gold, okay? Really important. So you want to wall in front of the gold to keep that safe in case he has archers. If you wall here, the guy brings archers and hits your entire gold, okay? It's self-explanatory. Logically, it makes sense, but a lot of people just don't do it because they're not thinking about that. My barracks will go here, my stable here, for example, and then I'm completely set. I have my full base walled in Feudal Age guaranteed. Why? Because I planned it out from Dark Age. Anything else you should focus on, it's like farms will be here, blacksmith, I might make it here or here as I'm walling in Feudal Age. And by minute 15, I'm fully walled, production buildings to the front, all my resources safe, and I'm fully walled. By minute 15, guaranteed. Going into Castle Age, I'm chilling. Into Castle Age, you can start to break out of your walls and get TCs outside if you want to, and you'll be completely fine. So that's the theory. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys in practice how it looks like. So we're going to hop right into another single player, random, like standard Arabia game, and I'll show you how you want to be planning this out while, doing a regular Dark Age. And this is really important because the thing is, Dark Age, it's every game has a Dark Age, right? And the Dark Ages at beginner level, it's not where it needs to, like it's quite bad. Like the average new player or even like beginner player doing a Dark Age compared to how much better it can be. And it's not hard to have a better Dark Age at all. It's actually really quite easy to do a good Dark Age. So we do the scouting like we normally do. If you guys want to know how to do the actual Dark Age, I have a video titled How to Do the Perfect Dark Age on my YouTube channel, where I go into detail about like building placements and everything like that. In this video, we're going to be specifically focused on building the base. So as I'm scouting in Dark Age, this is like a Dark Age / Feudal Age guide. As I'm scouting in Dark Age, obviously I'm looking for my sheep. I'm looking for my boar. I'm looking for all kinds of things. You don't need to sheep scout, by the way. If you're a beginner, it's fine. I look for my lumber camp. Like this one at the back feels good. Should be quite safe. Make it right there. Good. Just standard Dark Age stuff. But this is what the pros do and what they never tell you. We're also scanning to see where we wall. So for example, this game, I don't have a good map. I don't have like the perfect full wall like I did last game. It's just not possible. If I want a full wall, I have to wall here, all the way over there, then here, all the way there. It's too much. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to choose the small wall, and we're going to do it really close to my town center. So for example, from this house over here is a nice wall. And then from this like wood line, maybe all the way around the berries. And I might include the gold or might not, but probably not. Also, I can even just wall this and wall this, so I keep just my wood safe, for example, and that might be completely fine. So, regardless if you have a good map or bad map, you have to identify where you can wall in Dark Age. Right now, nothing's going on. I know learning board is like tough and stuff for new people, but you know, as you practice more, you have a lot more free time. Let's be honest, if Dark Age is hard, it might be for some people, it's true. Feudal Age is gonna be harder. Cast Age is gonna be harder. So the time to like plan out is in Dark Age. It's how you build your base. So here we make a house near the berries, and then I'm gonna make my bulwark right there. So now I'm already setting up the wall like that. I might even bring that wall over here to keep my gold safe, and then from here to the TC, and there to from that house to the wood line, and then here, and then I'm walled. And as you can see, it's not a great map, but I've imagined how to wall quite nicely, and it feels really good for what I wanna go for, right? And you'll see by like minute 15, I'm gonna be completely walled, and life is gonna be great. And this is a totally standard Dark Age, by the way. Like, I'm scouting the opponents. I'm not even learning gear. You can if you want to. Like, it's not, again, it's not exactly like a Dark Age guide, but definitely does kind of go over some Dark Age stuff. And if you watch like pyramids and stuff, you'll see like every single game I'm planning that out in Dark Age. Every single game. All pros do it, by the way. This is not like new information. Some pros do it better than others, but this is definitely something you guys need to start doing, like 100%. I do, trust me, I do a lot of coaching. Ain't nobody doing this below 1200 ELO. Like nobody. I would even say below 1400. Or at least if they're doing it, I'm not seeing it, you know? They don't plan in Dark Age, so in Feudal Age it's very messy, and they're scrambling to get the full walls down. It doesn't look clean at all, and that kind of stuff. So we'll just go up to Feudal Age here, pretty straightforward. I'll do like a 19 pop. Like, let's keep it somewhat realistic here. Pretty standard. All right, and then this is the next question is like when to wall, right? So now the steps are like this. You click up to Feudal Age, you get like the food, then you send 5 more villas, make another lumber camp. This is all build builder stuff. If you guys want build builders, just check out my Patreon or sub on Twitch and join my Discord. I have 14 top tier builders that I use in there, color coded PDF, all the good stuff. And again, this is not really about the build builder. I'll just do a standard one here. The 18 bill scouts into knights, for example. And you're gonna see, I promise minute 15 I'm full walled, 100%. No matter how bad, this is a pretty bad map, but no matter how bad the map is, you will get a full walled by minute 15. Like it's gonna, that's why all the rushes come in before minute 15. Scout rushes, spear skirm, men at arms, it all comes before minute 15. Because if you wait on your rush, then you're not going to get, there in time. So now it's really important. Barracks and stable towards my opponent, right? I have my opponents here. It's actually my ally, but whatever. So I'm going to make them with, let's say, 2 vills. So barracks and stable. But notice something else about the barracks and stable. They're not just towards my opponent. They're part of the wall. Remember the wall I want to do down here? They're part of the wall. That's really important to do that. All right? Another trick I have is that after you make the stable, I can even make it like right here, for example. After you make your production building, you'll use those 2 vills to wall. That's a really good trick. All right. So you just slap down the stable like this. Really good trick. Those 2 vills. Look, you're going to see how beautiful. It's like literally poetic. All right. Then you wall like this right down here. And then this guy walls here. And that guy walls here. And if I need to, I'll plug in the other small gaps with another vill. Like, for example, I'm really scared. Like, maybe he has something there. I don't want to forget. I just make a house, then shift click back. Make a few scouts like normal. And those 2 vills, with a mixture of houses, so I don't get housed, and palace at walls, you just simply wall up your entire map. And not all at once, because I can't afford to just draw all the walls all at once. Because I obviously need to get other upgrades, I have to play the game. But I'm able to afford some scouts like normal. I'm able to, set up my wall slowly. I can rush with a couple scouts. Start getting my farms down, horse collars coming in. Obviously, no deer plus poles means that we don't have the best economy right now. But if poles really picks up over time. And you're getting your walls done slowly. Look at that. Yeah, not too much at once because you need to spend your wood on farms as well. Another scouts. And notice if I didn't plan in Dark Age, I'd be looking around in Feudal while everything else is going on. I'm like, oh, where do I wall? Like, am I going to be able to full wall? Should I just play open? All these like thoughts are racing through my mind if I didn't plan. But since I planned, I am 100% chilling. I know exactly where things go. And notice I've left enough space for even a second full work, for example. And I can just continue walling this. Now this is going to be safe. She stopped working for some reason. That's not part of it. All right. And now it's like, okay, this ville is going to take a little longer. Let's just add another ville into it. Okay. Because again, I want to be walled by minute 15. So I'll start adding another ville into it. All right. I keep making some scouts if I want to. Standard stuff. And now my base, it doesn't look that pretty. Actually, this second wall, hold on. I found a better one. The second wall like this. It doesn't look that pretty, but it's full walled and it's the smallest wall I can possibly make. And it's going to be finished by minute 15. Imagine if I had a really good map, how nice this would be. And even like the bad map, if I didn't plan, I would not know how to wall this in feudal if I didn't plan ahead. Once the fighting starts, it's a disaster. Things fall apart. But now, because I planned it, I know exactly how much I need to wall. I know it's a bad map, so I'm in the headspace that it is a bad map. Maybe because it's a bad map, I'll make a few more scouts, for example. Safe full works. Everything set up. Gold is safe. Stone is safe. Both wood camps are safe. And things are really easy. And this is, again, take a look at the time. Before 15 minutes. If you get pressured before this, defend with your army. Fight back with your vills. And then after the pressure's done, get back to walling. Always. This is like a generic tip. If there's pressure in, fix it. Deal with the pressure. Get right back to walling. And here I talked about how the blacksmith can enter the wall. There you go. Enters near the end because before that you don't have wood. Now you have the wood. Enters the blacksmith. Not a single building is wasted. Every single building is part of the wall. Look at that. The only thing that's not is my first two houses. And even one of those is part of the wall. That is a perfect base. All the other space is for farms, for my lumber camp, for my mining camp. I don't have houses. I don't have a blacksmith randomly here. This is exactly how you build a base. This is the perfect example of how your base should look like pre 15 minutes. No random buildings, everything part of the wall. You wall planned from Dark Age, so you're good. And now you can extend and start stabilizing till Castle Age, and life is perfectly good. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. And yeah, check me out on Twitch and Patreon if you guys want more content. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.